He looks like he's doing a podcast.
Well, did you see Sherry with the background?
Yes.
Killing it.
Hey,
He was
Russ.
And Sandy.
Y'all know I never had her as a teacher somehow.
Really?
I'm probably the only photo student that never had her. I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Hi,
I guess
Sherry.
I miss you.
Maybe you lucked out.
No. So I had Jerry as a business one. Mark was business two, and then Tom was online marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't.
Jerry, you at a bar?
No, not yet.
They're all closed.
Yeah, I saw those photos you took. Those were cool. So are you gonna just keep doing that, like going to small towns and stuff, Tom?
Yeah, I was in Dover yesterday.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's probably always abandoned.
Honestly, yeah. Hi, Cyrus. Hi, Marcy.
Marcy's here.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Marcy's on here.
Yep, she just jumped on.
Everyone's like, as soon as Marcy gets here, it's like, hi, Gio.
Hey, Gio.
Hi.
I wasn't on grid view, so I was just like going through. So
How do you grid view? Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can see more faces if you do good.
yeah.
Do it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep accepting as students come in and faculty come in. And so Cyrus is here. I asked Cyrus and Rachel to join us. Hope everybody saw the message this morning from Miss Nosti saying we're going to do the remainder of the semester online.
Oh.
Your instructors will be sending you messages about how to accomplish that in each class. But I mainly wanted them to jump in, Cyrus and Rachel jump in case you guys were struggling with anything, had any questions. You know, they're here to answer those. I'll answer what I can as well. But is there anything you wanted to say, Rachel or Cyrus?
Rachel, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
One of the things that I am working very hard on today is I am getting ready to roll out a online tutoring process so that students who are struggling do have access to that very, very important resource. They will do it very similar to what we're doing right now. So they would do it on Zoom, which does have the capability to allow students and tutors to share screens and things like that. Now the tutoring will be project oriented. So it will kind of focus on, you know, like software programs and stuff like that, but it's gonna really be geared towards helping students that are struggling with a project to kind of work with a tutor to help them get over that. And so it will kind of have that software piece to it, but it's gonna be really more based on helping a student figure out how to use the software to get through the project. So I'm working on that. I've now got 7 tutors who have agreed to participate in it. So I'm really hopeful that it goes really well and will help a lot of people. So if you are interested in either being a tutor or being tutored, then please reach out to me via email and I can kind of help you through that process. Now there are eligibility requirements for that, and we can go about discussing that on a one-on-one basis.
Great. So I just want to say hi to everybody, and I just want to like give you guys a shout out for staying engaged and involved in all this. You know, we can look at in every situation. There's going to be the negatives and the positives, and one of the things is that you guys are going to learn something through this whole situation that's going to prepare you as professionals completely moving forward, and that you may not have been prepared for if this didn't happen. So I always try to look at the silver lining, or the, you know, just all the, you know, any way that we can figure out how we can get the most out of the situation from a positive point of view, we should be looking at it that way. So you guys are going to be, you know, Zoom meetings happen all the time in the professional world. So you're going to be on top of it by the end of the semester, you know. So, you know, I mean, I know this isn't what anybody wanted, but I appreciate you guys sticking in there and like making the best of it. And you know, let's just try to make the most we can out of this semester. That's the message that all of the faculty are trying to, you know, get across as well. So that's it.
So anyway, just if you guys haven't seen the emails I sent out a couple days ago, just saying how you can, I'm assuming all of you are connecting today, so you can probably connect, but we've made it really easy to turn in your work, even if you don't have the internet broadband access. This recording, I'm going to go ahead and I'll save it and I'll send it to YouTube, and I'll give a link to all the students too. You know, the goal is to try to make sure that you guys stay on top of your work and you can turn in work regardless of what situation you have. Today, the studios are really busy. I mean, we're practicing social distancing, but Jada is in here with a model, and Tona's in here doing product stuff, and Ari's in another studio doing some portrait stuff. So it's today's really been the busiest day, but we're trying to be really careful at the same time. What kind of questions you guys have? Anything?
I mean, there's 3 senior. I think I see like 3 seniors in here. So I just wonder, like, what is the plan? I know you guys probably haven't talked about it. I think you guys were planning on talking about it today. I just want to know, is the plan to potentially completely cancel the portfolio show, or to have us do the next portfolio show, like the one that would happen in like August or September?
So we were going to have a conference call this morning on that. It's been moved to Thursday. So we'll make some final decisions there, but what we're discussing, and Dr. Edwards gave me some materials today, but what we're discussing is doing a video of yourselves and basically flipping through your book and talking about it. And he wants to take those videos, and Barry will share those with people who would have been coming to the senior show, and then really anybody else who might want to view those. So just look for an email. That hasn't been decided completely, but I think that's where we're leaning right now. And so I'll send you a note Thursday, and we'll basically set up some times, and we can find a videographer that can do that for us. I think I don't think there'd be any reason why you couldn't join the show. If you wanted to jump in with us on the summer one, we haven't really discussed that either. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't know if Cyrus has a strong opinion, but we are. But since you are getting out, since this is your last semester, the goal is to try to get something like a video of you showing your work, and that get it out to potential employers.
Yeah. So just following up on Tom, we do not want to hold you guys up from graduating. Okay. And you guys don't want to be held up from graduating. I'm sure of that. And so if we required you to come to the senior show in the summer, then we wouldn't be able to graduate you. So I think that we are leaning towards not making it mandatory in the summer, but making it, but allowing anyone who is still in the area and still feels like they want to show their book, on campus. I don't see that being an issue. But, if we made it a requirement, then we wouldn't be able to actually graduate you at the end of this semester, and that wouldn't be fair. And I don't think if I was a student, I wouldn't want to be held up either. So we're trying to balance all this together, which is like, how do we provide, the seniors with something that they can leverage at the end of the semester to employers, but also, graduate them, because you guys deserve to graduate, and then also give you guys some options moving forward. So we're just talking through that for the next few days. That's what we're leaning towards. What do you guys think? What do you got? Yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you guys like to take, the seniors?
I mean, it's really indifferent to me. Like, I'm going to be living in Nashville, like continue living in Nashville. So like me being held up isn't that big of a deal, because I would still walk in June, correct? Like if I were to be quote unquote held up.
Yeah.
So I mean, then I don't really see.
And for you, it wouldn't make a difference, like you said. You're here in Nashville. For some people,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it could be really throw a monkey wrench in their plans.
Well, it's like, yeah, like I might stay in Nashville, but I want to get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I've been
get
doing
that.
this forever, I feel like, like, give me the piece of paper.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's like none of us are getting it till June, right?
No, like you will graduate, you will have your transcript, you'll be a graduate of NOCI. That's just walking. That's just
Right.
a ceremony. That's a graduation ceremony in June. That's walking. That doesn't mean, you would have already graduated from the college.
That's just for show.
Okay. So what are we doing
Yeah.
about the interviews?
We're talking about doing a video and sharing those videos with potential employers
Okay. All right.
instead of having in person. I mean, the in person is not going to work, right? I mean, it's unlikely that in 3 weeks, we're going to be able to have in-person interviews at the school.
And it would like setting up like Zoom interviews be like just too much to do with those
So
people?
we haven't decided yet. We've talked about that. We've talked about that. So when
That's a lot to set up because they would obviously want you guys to be the people to like put like this meeting together and make all those accounts. And I know that would be really difficult. So I get that.
that's been pitched, and that was one of the ideas. And again, we'll all get on a Zoom call on Thursday now, and we'll decide on that. I think one of the potential issues with that is if we said Eden Fletcher is going to be available for a interview on, Thursday, April 23rd, and then if you had 15 people coming into that call to interview you, that might be difficult, right? So what we talked about doing was doing a video, posting that, and then putting all the information. But you're talking through it. You're talking about your work, and then posting that. And then potential employers could just jump in, look at that video whenever it was convenient for them. And they could follow up with you later on if they had interest in you, right?
Mhm.
Will we be starting our next semester like normal?
First question.
I'll answer that. As of now, every indication for us is that we are going to start the summer semester as normal on campus. Now, we're expecting hopefully that at the end of this month when President Trump lifts the restrictions that, he's doing so because, the worst is over and we can get back to normalcy. So we can only react from the situation. So right now our reaction is that we're going to take that as a cue that we can start the summer semester with no problems. If it gets closer to that time and we have to react in a different way, we'll continue to communicate with everybody. But it's just too early to know for a fact that one way or another. So we're going on the premise that we are going to start the summer semester
And
on campus.
What date should that we be looking at for that?
May 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Hi.
It's my
So I
next
think
one.
I think
This
we'll
is
be all right.
Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Good question, though.
Thank
But
you.
we had to make, especially we had made the decision late last week about going completely online this semester for various reasons. And then of course it just solidified that when on Sunday night when President Trump made the decision for extending it for 2 more weeks, the stay at home. So what we wanted to make sure was that we have. So you have to think about what our situation is that we have to make decisions in a long enough time frame that our faculty can be prepared for, and have preparation for the online courses and such. So we have to make decisions in a time frame where they have enough time to figure out how to do their finals and how to, to make their lesson plans for the following week. So we have to stay about a 2 or 3 week ahead of, a decision that we have to make for 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the time, to give everyone enough ample time to do something that's, meaningful for their classes. So, we just had to make the decision about the rest of the semester So we went on what we thought was best, which happened to be obvious. And there's other things, like some of you may not even be in Nashville. So asking you to come back for the last week or two wouldn't have been helpful anyway, you know, if you had to move back. So there's all these other things we have to think about, but I think everyone probably feels like we made the right decision. I mean, especially after last night.
Of course, for sure.
I'm one of those students though that struggle like with online courses. Like I can keep up, but at a certain time, like I feel like I need one of those one-on-one help. And it sucks having to like wait on emails and if you still don't get it and the teacher's still out. Online courses are a struggle for me.
So Melissa, Rachel, just before you jumped in on the call, you came in a little bit late. She talked about online tutoring.
Mm-hmm.
And so keep an eye out for that email.
Okay.
We can try to help you. You're a first semester student, so I get it. Marcy's online here too. There's clearly you guys could do a Zoom call if you had some questions and if you needed some help, some more one-on-one stuff. I believe she'd make time for you to do that.
Yes, sir. The class I was struggling in the class I was struggling in this semester was Bob's class.
Right.
Lightroom.
We all struggle. In class, out of class. It's rough. It's rough.
I had Nick for Lightroom, so I didn't really struggle. But
Melissa, Bob kind of lives out in the boonies, and he doesn't have Lightroom. I'm happy to help you with Lightroom.
Okay.
If you want to, we can just send me an email, and when it's a good time for you.
Okay.
I can help you with Lightroom. I've taught it before.
Awesome.
I also have a tutor that is interested in tutoring Lightroom as well. So if that will help you, she can help with project-oriented tutoring. So that'll be based on your projects.
Okay, yeah. Right now, I wasn't able to get my Lightroom until like really late in the semester. So Bob's want me to play catch up right now and try to get all of my courses done. And so it's like just trying to play catch up now.
Yeah.
So that sounds like that might be a good way to do it. If Rachel's got a student that's going to help you with your projects, that's probably the best way to do that.
Okay.
That's what I would suggest. And I can help you if you need extra help beyond that, I can help you as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much, Tom.
Yeah, let me jump in here. And for the students that are having some of these problems as far as like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get everything done because of like the situation you're in, or like maybe slow internet or my software I don't get. We understand this is an unprecedented way of handling things. So we're trying to be very lenient. And what's important is that all of you are just putting your best foot forward. Your effort is there. You're trying to move forward. So, if we see that you're working towards getting everything situated, we're going to help you. So we have options, with extensions or incompletes or, there's things we can do. What you can't do is shut down, stick your head in the sand and do nothing. Okay. So if you're moving forward, you're trying, you're like, trying to play catch up, we understand that. We're going to work with you. Your instructors are going to work with you.
Okay.
We have lots of those options. So we just need to know where your pain points are so that we can help you overcome that. And, when it's all said and done, we'll take it. We even are talking about like the following semester when we get in, how to do some recapping and how to go back to last. Make sure you guys are not having gaps in your learning before moving forward. So we're going to really figure all this stuff out as we go. And we just don't want to leave anyone behind. And it just takes that engagement from you guys. Some students are just completely off the grid, not talking to us, not emailing us. And that you guys obviously are not doing that because you're on the Zoom call. But for the ones that are, there's nothing we can do to help them if they're not engaged.
Okay, Mama, hold on, okay?
Other questions?
Sorry.
Cyrus, are you available for email?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Because I have a unique situation that I wanted to contact you personally about, so I'm typing that up right now.
Yeah, send it to me.
Copy me on that, okay, Eden?
Oh, I was going to.
Yeah, it's cool. Anybody else?
I just want to say one thing. For those of you students that have been in my class before, well, I'm always stressed about innovate, adapt, and overcome. This is a good time to practice that because 60% of photography is solving problems, and you guys are doing a great job. And this is a good time to practice that. Okay, because we have to adapt everything. Yeah.
True. It's very true. Anybody else?
So any problems I have with my Lightroom class, I can just email you directly, right, Mr. Tom?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yep, I'm happy to do that.
Awesome.
We'll get, Rachel and I will talk and we'll get a tutor set up, and then I'm available if that person can't help you or answer your questions, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so I'll leave you guys with a quote from John Lennon of the Beatles. Nobody told me there'd be days like these, strange days indeed, most peculiar, mama. So that's where we're at. We're trying to figure it out, and I can tell you that all the teachers are really engaged. Most of the students are engaged, and we're here to help you. So just if you hear students saying like, "Man, I wish I could do this. I can't get in," just have them contact us, okay? Rachel or
Please.
Iris or I, and we'll work it out. We can make this work.
Hey, Tom, there's another quote by the Rolling Stones. You can't always get what you want, but you do get what you need.
Yes.
True. It's probably better. Probably better. Okay. Well, it's really nice to see all y'all's faces.
Yeah.
When your instructors have Zoom calls, jump in. It's been good to see. I think you guys getting together, even virtually, has been good for you. It's been fun this morning to see babies and cats and dogs, and see the rest of your family.
Yeah, Miss Garcia was the first one that actually started doing Zoom with us, and I actually liked it because we were still able to do our projects and everything together. So I really like these Zooms. They help a lot.
Yeah, I think so. I'm happy with doing them. Anybody else?
Hey, Marcy, I just want to say hi.
Hi.
I miss my buddy.
Hi, Marcy.
I'm trying to guard the door as the kids are knocking in.
I feel you. Mine
Retreat.
on my lap all the time.
Yep,
Okay,
homeschool, teaching everybody.
Okay, guys.
Hey.
Good to see everybody.
Take care,
Bye,
everyone.
y'all.
Guys,
All right.
take care.
See ya.